Alright, for today's video I'm coming to you from inside the Precision 18 cabin, and I wanted to talk about camping on the Precision 18. Specifically what kind of room there is inside the boat. So two things that I've talked about in previous videos that make the Precision 18 a really roomy boat is one, the centerboard is fully housed within the shoal draft keel, and so you don't have a centerboard trunk in the floor of the cabin. The second thing is that there's not a mast support. So a lot of boats have a mast support coming through, and the P18 uses a bulkhead. So there's no mast support beam coming through the cabin. So that makes this cabin really nice and open. So we have two quarter berths and then a V berth over here. So you can see that, you know, two people can easily fit in this V berth. If I'm not spending the night on the boat, or if I know I'm going to use the quarter berths, a lot of times I take this cushion out and just leave it at home. And the reason for that is because then you can use this area for, you know, equipment storage and you know, throw in your fenders, things like that. But also it makes the rest of the cushions just better seating, so you can use it, you know, it's more like a bench. Okay, and so now we're at the other end, so you're looking from the bow back into each of the quarter berths. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze into those. Alright, so that's my feet at the very end. So this is actually, when I'm by myself on the boat, I usually sleep in the quarter berth. Alright. So as far as headroom, of course, you know, the highest point is right about where the top hatch is, and then it slopes down from there. But you know, at 5'7", I can sit totally upright and not even touch my head. So as I move down, so right there, touch my head a little bit, and then of course you've got bulkhead right here. So another great thing about the P18 when it comes to camping is the four opening port lights and then the hatch. And then if you get the screens, which I highly recommend if you're in an area that has mosquitoes, you can put those screens in the port lights, leave those open all night, and then same with the hatch. I've got a hatch screen, and so that comes in really handy. And it makes the boat much more, it just keeps it cool, keeps it drier, and it just makes it much more comfortable for sleeping overnight. So if you're saying, well Dave, you know, that's all well and good, but your boat is empty, right? Where's all your gear? Well, the boat has really good storage. So the stuff that I took out of here to film this video is stuff that would normally not be in here, right? So the sails, some throwable cushions that usually would be out in the cockpit, my ring buoy, my life jackets, you know, the boom, the tiller. Those are things that I took out of here to film this video. When I'm sailing, usually, you know, there's going to be maybe a day bag, which is like a backpack, and then a bag of food. Obviously, if I was overnighting, I'd maybe need a little more food. You know, we've got the cooler right down here. And so there's really a lot of storage on the boat, and, you know, it keeps the cabin uncluttered. So this is the integrated cooler, which also serves as the step into the cabin. Okay, so in between the two quarter berths is this other storage area, and I put a lantern in there so you can kind of see it. But, you know, it's really quite large. There's a lot of space in here to store stuff. And then back here, there's another storage area. Okay, so behind the first storage area is another storage area further back that you can access through the starboard cockpit locker. So basically the battery locker. So, you know, again, a pretty good area, lots of space back here. I just use it for my fenders. So as far as porta potties go, we use a Thetford 135. Now we couldn't find one that fits in the little space inside the cabin. The Thetford 135 is a little wider, but we do really like it. We use it both for tent camping and for boat camping. And so, you know, since there's three of us, we usually just put it in the empty quarter berth. You can also, of course, you know, at night when you are sleeping in the cabin, you know, you can just put that out in the cockpit and no big deal. Of course, the boat is beachable depending on the shoreline and how steep it is and how soft it is. But, you know, at the minimum, you can shore anchor it in, you know, a little over 18 inches of water because it only has an 18-inch draft. So, you know, depending on the shoreline, you know, you can anchor it off the beach and then just walk to it. Or, you know, if it's soft sand, you can just pull it right up to the beach and beach the boat.